Viewers and subscribers, you're welcome back again. This is Toby VI Channel 1, where we tell you undiluted gospel truth. There is a video that I made, I've not actually published it, talking about the religious leaders, the GOs who have gone mute since the issue of Christian genocide is ravaging and Trump threat hitting hard. But before I could even publish that video, I made that video 3 days ago. I was expecting to publish it tomorrow on Sunday, where I advised the people not to go to church of any pastor that is mute on this matter. But boom, all of a sudden, our big daddy GO have spoken in response to this. Bishop Adeboye.
I will say quietly to our government, move fast. Move diplomatically. Move wisely. Find a way to convince the President of America to please delay his actions for about 100 days. And then come home and tell our security chiefs get rid of these terrorists within 90 days or resign. Now that, I'm sure, will sound familiar to those of you who have been following situation in Nigeria. There was a president, unfortunately, he's dead now, as Buhari, who issued such an order. Some of you will remember. Who called the service chief together and said, I give you 3 months. Get rid of all these Boko Haram people or resign. He's not around to tell you who gave him that advice. He ran with that advice, but he didn't follow it through. Because he gave the order as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. But, and amid the security operatives moved fast. The 3 months went, and the work was not done. So I went to see him. It was in the news, so this time somehow the press got to know that I visited him. Of course, they were not there when we talked. And unfortunately, like I said, is not alive now. Or else I would have asked you to go and ask him. Sir, why didn't you follow through? Because when 3 months passed and the work wasn't done, why didn't you proceed with your, are we going to call it threat? I won't tell you the details, but one thing came out of that meeting. Which would lead me to my next advice to our government. In case there's any of you who can get across to them. That when giving orders to the service chief this time round, we should make it clear to them that they are not only to eliminate the terrorists, they should eliminate their sponsors. No matter how influential they may be. And when I say my people, when I say our leaders should move fast, move diplomatically, they have to be and move wisely. We must take note of the fact that if America should attack us, China is not coming to defend us. Russia will not come to defend us. All the so-called world leaders, they will talk. They will condemn what America had done in strongest terms. But that's all they will do. That's all. Britain is not going to come and help us. No foreign or no other foreign powers will come to our aid. This is not the time for joking. This is not the time for grammar. This is not the time for, I don't know a simple word for semantics. It's not the time when you begin to argue. Is it, what do you call it? Suicide, or what do they call it? What's the language? Whatever they want to call it. And this is not the time for saying, it's not Christian alone, Muslims are also involved. The point is, people are dying. Innocent people are dying. I almost spoke last month, when I heard the speech of my in-law, the president. When I heard the speech, particularly that section that spoke about security, and you can go and listen to it again, where I heard him say, all is well now, that displaced people have returned to their villages, and I almost said, the one who wrote that speech for my president, my in-law, does not like him. And if you want to say, what do you mean? Somebody wrote it, but it's the president who read it. Didn't he read it before he read it? Well, if you put it that way, then my conclusion will be there are several people around my beloved in-law who are not telling him the truth. But that's all right, because I think the following day in the newspapers we read about a traditional ruler being killed, whether in Kwara or Kogi, while the wife was hiding somewhere in the house. But it's not the time for apportioning blames. Our president inherited this problem. It started before him. And in any case, I am an applied mathematician. I am more interested in just get the problem solved. That's all. Let's let the government use diplomatic method to convince President Trump to give us 100 days of grace. Call our service chiefs. Fortunately, they are new. Perform within 3 months or resign. Now, where do you come in? You want to ask me, Daddy, you want to tell us you had no idea that something like this is coming? Well, I've told you I'm not a prophet. I only hear from God once in a while. But do you think I asked you to fast for 100 days for fun? Didn't I share with you, my children, didn't I share with you that God says this will be a remarkable year? Didn't I share with you that God said that the wind that was blowing last year, that started blowing last year, is going to become a bit more violent this year. Did I tell you? Well, you know, each time we have a meeting like this, I'm not the one who chooses the theme. It's God. Whatever he asks me to talk on, that's what I talk on. Now, concerning what we are still discussing, by this time next week, we will be having a Holy Ghost service in Abuja. And when we were asking God what will be the theme, he gave us the theme, fear not. That's months ago, before Trump spoke. And anybody who knows the Bible knows that the only time God will say fear not is when there is something to fear. So, when I put all these things together, I know in this year that God says will be remarkable. One way or the other, there will be peace again in Nigeria.
Good. Since today, that is where what is trending everywhere. That the GO, Adeboye, have spoken. Finally, have responded to the Christian genocide happening. All of a sudden, the man and when they go mic here on. Not to speak boldly, like the Bible advised us to speak. Be strong, be bold, like a lion, and roar, because your sheep is being slaughtered. No. He took the side of be as gentle as dove. Well, our daddy G.O., I knew at the time of Jonathan, you choose the other one to protest, to speak out, to hit hard. But all of a sudden, you went into becoming an advisor. You advised Buhari. You are now advising Tinubu. Daddy, take this one. Thousands of people are being killed. Thousands of your flocks are being killed in Nigeria. Obala advice Hebrew break minds. Their hearts are seared. They should act fast. Which fast? Give them another 30 days, 90 days to act. Act on what? Kavali Sebolego budget is security. Where they have diverted all the money for security and all the ammunition and whatever that is needed to fight insecurity. As usual. You're asking them, act from which place? Okay, perhaps go for another loan. I think it is high time the spiritual leaders speak truth to power. Like John the Baptist. Is it not you that is teaching us the Bible? You are not giving them advice. I didn't say you shouldn't advise them. Advise them. But the ear that you are advising, has he accepted to take the advice? Well, while you are giving the advice, I want to tell you that millions of souls are being killed on a daily basis. Nigerians, including, even the way the advice came, including your members in that church We are so disappointed that sometimes feel that you are mocking them. They even muttered some kind of laugh when you are saying, oh, those of you who are close to the Tinubu, to the government, should advise them, take your message to them. Who are you deceiving? They know. You can just say that, you know where you meet them. After Rock is open for you. Tinubu have your ear. You have his number. So who are we deceiving? Who are we playing to the gallery to? Who are we playing to the gallery to? Daddy G.O. Respectfully, I'm saying these things. That is why many young people have lost hope in the church. God is going to ask you to account for their lives, in case you don't know, because he has handed over this huge flock to you. It's up to you what you do or make of them. I'm only an advisor. I'm advising you like you're advising the government. I'm only an advocate for good governance, and I will keep speaking the truth, the gospel truth, without looking back. Masuchelad Peters, your advocate for good governance. Help me share this video if it resonates with you. And subscribe for more. Bye-bye for now. GGN, uniting the people for good governance.